Our correspondent Helen Akins joins us for more updates. Thank you for joining us, Helen. It is interesting to see that the number of out-of-school children has dropped to 10.5 million, and that from 13.2 million reported in October last year. Now, tell us more about the parameters, that is helping us get here, and then the steps being taken to get to this decline.
Yes, it's interesting that the figure has actually dropped. And then the federal government said they have a lot of policies that they've put in place that has actually helped the statistic to reduce to where it is today, like the federal government school feeding program. This program is aimed at feeding children in school. And then based on this, a lot of parents have decided to enroll their children in school, because keeping those children at home, they cannot even provide meal for them. So they rather enroll them in school where they are sure of the children getting the meal for the day. And also the unconditional cash flow program by UNICEF, which is currently operational in Zamfara and Kebbi states. This program is where you see the UNICEF giving money to parents for them to enroll their children in school. And when they enroll their children in school, for each child you enroll in school, that parent is entitled to 8,000 naira per child every term. And all this put together, they said, has actually increased a lot of parents bringing those children to school rather than having them out there roaming about or making them go out and hawk just to make money for the family. So with this program, they are sure of getting money for themselves while their children are in school learning.
All right, Helen, yes, there is a drop, but then even at 10 million, that will still be said to be very high, especially for a country like Nigeria, which is on the path of growth, because that's more than the population of Singapore, Croatia, and Cyprus put together. Now, what did you find out could change to ensure that every Nigerian child has access to basic education?
Yes, some Nigerians I spoke with said this is not the responsibility of the government alone. They want all hands to be on deck to ensure that this issue is tackled. They believe that if this is not tackled, it's going to be a major problem for the country in the future. They also want the government to make policies that are implementable, policies that they will ensure that they are carried out. They also want the government to enforce punishment for any parent whose child are seen outside the streets roaming about when they are supposed to be in school. They believe when all this is put in place, surely the current figure we have today will reduce drastically.
Correspondent Helen Akins, many thanks for joining us at this hour.